Who has to do their estate planning no matter what is, yes, people with children with special needs. Thank you for bringing that up.
And that's one of your specialties.
That's one of the specialties. So anybody listening who has an adult special needs child already knows the drill. Your adult special needs child has various public benefits, their Medicaid, their SSI, their housing, only because A, they medically qualify, and B, they only have $2,000 of assets in the bank. There are federal statutes that tell us that you can, as a disabled adult child, you can inherit money from your parents or from whomever, and it does not count against that $2,000 in the bank, so long as whoever left that money to you left it the right way, in a special needs trust.
So there's a special needs trust.
It's called a special needs trust, and there are different kinds. But so if a parent has a special needs child, they can't rely on the state to do their estate planning for them, because the state doesn't automatically do special needs trusts. A parent with a special needs child needs to see an elder law attorney, a special needs planning attorney, and set up an estate plan that includes a special needs trust for this child. So what happens when the parent dies, whatever fraction of her estate let's say she has 2 children and she wants half and half. So that half that's going to her special needs child, her will says that half doesn't go to my child, it funnels into the special needs trust for my child. And as the special needs planning attorney, we know how to write a special needs trust in a way that will make Medicaid happy, SSI happy, the housing rules happy, so that special needs child does not, on paper, go over the $2,000 limit, and she continues to be eligible for her Medicaid or SSI, her housing.
And it's important for a parent to know that that child will be cared for.
Yes, because the federal, the Medicaid, the SSI, it's not enough. It's not enough. A special needs adult, it's very, very, very difficult to subsist in this world. It's wonderful that we do have these programs, but they're not enough. So as a special needs adult in this world, you need your housing, your SSI, your Medicaid, but you also need something else in addition. So that's why we want parents. We try to help parents leave that something else aside, but in a special needs trust.
And if they don't do that, what can happen?
So some parents, or a well-meaning uncle or grandparent, I've seen 2 different things. We'll just leave money to the child. So it's not the end of the world, but what happens is now the child has until when she inherits that money, she now has until the last day of the month to run down to a lawyer's office and get that money into a different kind of special needs trust. If she goes into the first day of the next month holding that inheritance in her own bank account, bye-bye to her benefits.
And if that person doesn't have the wherewithal to know.
Right.
Wow.
So, some other family member will hopefully unwind it over the next few months. I was going to say something else. I don't remember what.
But that's terrible if that were to happen.
Oh, I know. The other thing that I see equally terrible, maybe more terrible, that I see families do less and less as more people are coming to know about special needs trusts. But what we used to see a lot more of is parents. They know that my adult special needs child can only have $2,000. Everybody knows that. Anybody with a special needs child knows that, black and white, no question. So what I've seen parents do is leave everything to the other kid, and she'll take care of Joey.
Right.
And hopefully she will. Probably she will. But you don't know what's going to happen to her. You don't know who she's going to marry. You don't know if she's going to start a business that's going to fail. You don't know if she's going to get into a car accident. You don't know what's going to happen to her. And you don't know if that money is going to end up going bye-bye. Right. And now he has nothing. So you want to be doing that special.